How's it going, everybody? This is Joker, and today I will be reviewing the 2003 Christmas comedy film Elf, starring Will Farrell, James Caan, and Zooey Deschanel. Elf is about a guy named Buddy who was raised in the North Pole by elves. Mostly the elder elf, played by Bob Newhart. As an infant, he crawled into Santa Claus's bag while he was delivering presents to the orphanage Buddy was living in. Since he is a human and not an actual elf, he grows to a normal adult size. As an adult, he is told about who his real father is and that he is on the naughty list. Buddy then goes to New York to find his real father, who works as a publisher for children's books. He meets his father and tells him he's his son. However, he doesn't believe him and gets him thrown out of the building. Buddy gets a job at a store as, well, you guessed it, as Santa's elf. While there, he meets and falls in love with fellow employee Jovi. When he finds out the Santa he's working for in the store is not the real Santa, he starts fighting with him, gets fired, and thrown in jail. His father then bails him out and gets a DNA test to discover he truly is his son. So he lets him stay with him at his apartment with his wife and other son. A day or so after moving into their apartment, Buddy is seen waiting for his little brother Michael outside of the school he goes to. He starts to walk him home. Then they are ambushed by a group of bullies throwing snowballs at them. Buddy and Michael team up and start returning fire, though it was mostly Buddy doing all the work because he quickly made more than a dozen snowballs within seconds due to having elf powers. Anyway, he then takes Michael to the place where he used to work, and Michael convinces Buddy to ask Jovi out on a date. Later, Walter, Buddy's dad, takes him to work with him and has Buddy work in the mailroom. Buddy makes friends with one of the workers, then drinks what he thought was maple syrup because he not only eats everything with maple syrup, he drinks it too apparently. But turns out to be whiskey. Both Buddy and the co-worker get drunk and start throwing a party in the mailroom. Then later, Buddy and Jovi go out on their date and, well, they have a great date. Yay. Walter hires a best-selling author to help keep his company from going out of business, but it turns out the writer is a midget. Disclaimer, I'm not responsible for anyone being offended by the word midget. If you're offended by me saying midget, take a tissue, wipe your crying pussies, and kindly fuck off. Now back to the review. Buddy sees him and repeatedly calls him an elf. The writer gets furious and starts kicking Buddy's ass and then leaves. Walter gets pissed at Buddy and tells him he doesn't want him in his life anymore. Buddy starts walking around New York and then he sees Santa's sleigh crash in Central Park. Santa tells him his sleigh was powered by Christmas, Christmas spirit. However, there seems to be no more Christmas cheer and it caused his sleigh to crash. Michael then tells their dad that Buddy is missing, so they start looking for him. They go to Central Park and find him. He introduces them to Santa. They're told what made the sleigh work, so Michael takes Santa's list, finds a news reporter, and says the names on the list and what they want for Christmas in hopes of making everyone believe in Santa and bringing back the Christmas spirit, or cheer, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't work, however, so Jovi starts singing Santa Claus is Coming to Town because she remembers earlier in the movie Buddy tells her singing was the best way to spread Christmas cheer and has everybody in the area, including Walter, his wife, and son, to join in. The sleigh finally starts to work again and Christmas is saved. The movie ends with it showing that Buddy and Jovi eventually got married and had a baby. They even go to the North Pole every now and then to visit the elder elf who raised Buddy most of his life. This is a pretty fun movie. It's not my favorite Will Farrell movie. That pretty much goes to the other guys, but it isn't without its charm. Definitely a good Christmas movie to get you in the Christmas mood, and should probably be watched every Christmas season. Thank you for listening to my review. Be sure to watch my previous reviews, subscribe to see more reviews and other videos. Also follow us on Twitter at Arc of Wrestling and like our Facebook page. Goodbye.